Hi guys, in this video you will learn how to play the Blackburne Shilling gambit. This is an approach against pawn to e4. Black should play e5. After knight to f3 attacking this pawn, play knight to c6 defending that pawn. After bishop to c4, we can trick white with knight to d4. Black has given white two options. Either to take this knight on d4, game will continue after pawn takes, or to take this pawn on e5. That is the most played move by many beginners in this position. In this case, shock white with queen to g5. If bishop takes the pawn, we check to the king, king move to e7. These two pieces are in trouble, so white would not play that variation. White would love to take this pawn on e7 with the knight so that we attack the queen and the rook simultaneously. Do not worry, take this pawn instead, attack the rook. If the rook is safe to f1, take this pawn in the center on e4 with check to the king. If white block with the queen, take the queen with your knight. So, white would rather play bishop to e2, blocking with the bishop. Just make a checkmate by putting your knight to f3, and this is a beautiful smoother checkmate. In this position, if white chooses to take the rook instead, take the rook with check to the king. The king cannot move to this square because the knight covers that square. So bishop comes back to f1 to block the check. Take this pawn in the center with check to the king. If queen block, knight will capture the queen. So bishop will block. From this position, we have three attacking moves that instantly wins for black. The first one is knight takes this pawn here on c2 with check to the king. If the king moves, then queen goes back to h1, is checkmate instantly. If queen takes the knight instead, then queen takes queen is okay and is enough material for black to win from here. So, in this position, we can delay winning with that aggressive move by playing the second or the third approach. The second approach is with pawn to d4. Check these replies. White has many other replies he can play. Among few of them include knight coming over to c3, attacking the queen. If knight comes to attack the queen, do not panic because you have knight to f3 check. The only move is for the king to move because this bishop is pinned to the king from the queen, so it cannot capture that knight. So if the king moves, then bishop move over to h3 is checkmate. However, if white spots that the knight attacks this square c2 and the queen attacks c2 and decides to go with an approach with d3, same idea, knight to f3 check, knight covers this square, knight is checking the king, bishop cannot take, so king will move, bishop move over to h3 is checkmate. Let's explore a third option, which is bishop to c5. We have looked at knight move. In this case, if knight comes, we can play that check, king move, then we put the queen on h4. This position, black is threatening checkmate with two moves. Queen to h3 is checkmate, queen takes pawn on f2 is checkmate. So if bishop takes knight now, queen takes pawn is checkmate. So let's explain an idea with pawn to d3 attacking the queen. The same idea comes up. We check to the king, king moves, then you centralize the queen here on h4. So if bishop takes, queen take is checkmate. There is one other variation in this Blackburne Shilling gambit that you can play aside from the one I've showed to you. In this case, continue with knight to f6. If white tries to go for the fried liver attack setup with knight to g5, play d5, attacking both the bishop and the pawn. Most played move is pawn takes pawn. This move attacks the knight. In this position, we can now centralize the knight on d4. White will see this setup and say, okay, I want to capture this pawn on f7. So, white will likely play d6. Capture d6 with the queen for this reason. If knight takes the pawn on f7, attacking the queen and the rook, just slide your rook to c6. The reason is this: you are attacking the bishop and also attacking the pawn. If knight takes the rook on h8, do not take the bishop. Rather, take the pawn here, attacking the rook. If white saves the rook, queen comes back to e4 check. Blocking with the queen leads to knight takes the queen. So, white will instead block with the bishop on e2. Make a smoother checkmate with knight going to f3. Thank you for watching this video. I believe you've enjoyed it. If you learned something from this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more, like this video and share to your friends. See you in more videos on this channel.